According to multiple sources on the internet, Snoop Dogg has a net worth of around $150 million. While Snoop has been a hip-hop superstar for almost 3 decades, he also has been synonymous with cannabis in pop culture. Snoop Dogg has sold more than 23 million albums in the United States alone and more than 37 million albums worldwide. He has at least 7 platinum albums and 1 gold album. But the question we are going to be answering is if Snoop Dogg has cashed in on his cannabis persona. Is Snoop building a cannabis empire? Welcome to High Design Music, where we cover musicians heavily involved in the cannabis industry and analyze their businesses in and throughout the industry. Please make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, share, and comment down below. Also, check all the links down below in the description. Go follow me on the socials. But let's jump into it. Snoop Dogg has for years been synonymous with cannabis. Throughout Snoop's entire music career, he has been a huge proponent of the plant, from his music videos to his public appearances where he talks about smoking cannabis. But let's talk about his businesses and investments he has in cannabis. In 2015, Snoop Dogg released his cannabis brand, Leafs by Snoop, in the state of Colorado. The brand is now in multiple other states and sells a variety of different cannabis products. I'm sure we will see the brand grow over time. While Leafs by Snoop is the rap legend's main cannabis brand, that is by no means his only investment in the cannabis industry. When it comes to media, Snoop Dogg has done a great job establishing a digital infrastructure that he will and has marketed products and companies he's a part of and or connected to. Snoop Dogg's Instagram following, just for his own account, is at around 66 million followers. And Snoop Dogg and a fellow by the name of Ted Chung founded Mary Jane in 2015. Mary Jane is a cannabis-focused digital media platform that has just over 260,000 followers on Instagram. Mary Jane Media website and app consists of cannabis news in video and article mediums. Mary Jane has a CBD e-commerce platform that I'm assuming will transfer into a full CBD and THC platform. In March 2019, Snoop Dogg founded the esports gaming league, the Gangsta Gaming League, in partnership with Mary Jane, obviously his own company. The inaugural team, according to the PC Gamer, was comprised of Snoop Dogg's closest gamer friends, Redwoods, Red Grant, JC, Triple Loke, Lala, Shelton, Waniak, and Young Sag. They battled for the title of Top Dog and a piece of an $11,000 prize pool. We see massive superstars like Drake invest into esports companies like 100 Thieves. With esports getting bigger and bigger and the cannabis industry getting bigger and bigger, I think it's going to be fascinating to see how cannabis and esports interconnect. And Snoop's Gangsta Gaming League, partnering with his cannabis media company Mary Jane, is really the first of its kind. Well, I guess Weedmaps actually sponsored an esports team way back in the 2010s, but that sponsorship has been discontinued. By the way, if you haven't seen my High Design documentary on Weedmaps, I highly recommend you go check it out. The video will be in the High Design documentary playlist. Snoop Dogg is someone that has immense amounts of public influence, especially when it comes to cannabis. Snoop Dogg is a great example of a rapper that realized, while you can make some good money from music, the real wealth is achieved by leveraging the platform you gain from music into business opportunities. The largest business opportunity in the cannabis industry that Snoop Dogg has entered into has been without a doubt was when he co-founded the investment group called Casa Verde Capital. When you look at the portfolio of Casa Verde Capital, we can see that investment firm is trying to create a portfolio that touches the majority of the different sectors in the cannabis industry. Casa Verde Capital portfolio includes Dutchie, a massive company, which is a point-of-sale e-commerce platform, Pistol Data, a brand and sales intelligence platform, Sanity Group, which is a house of brands that aims at unlocking the benefits of cannabinoids in Europe, AceCan, a cannabis producing and processing company in Europe, Delex, which is a biotech and cannabis research company, Metric, a regulatory compliance platform, Surfside, a marketing data analytics platform, LeafLink, which is another massive company as well, which is a B2B platform that aims to connect brands and stores. Some of the other companies in the portfolio include Bespoke Financial, a company that helps finance cannabis companies. Proper is another company that aims to help people sleep better through cannabis. Another one is Vinkst, a cannabis staffing company. Indose, which is another one, which is a precision dosage vaporizer. And one of the last and really important companies that are part of Casa Verde Capital, their portfolio, is the cannabis e-commerce platform and delivery company Ease. Now, the portfolio has 4 or 5 other companies I haven't mentioned, but if we analyze the portfolio overall, we can see a heavy emphasis in technology platforms that are involved in the cannabis industry. Only time will tell if Casa Verde's portfolio ends up being successful, but I think it's safe to say that there will be at least a few winners long term, which could mean a lot of money and a lot of success. Now, TechCrunch valued Casa Verde Capital at around $200 million or more in value. So, it's going to be fascinating to see how Casa Verde develops and how their portfolio, shifts over time. But massive indeed. It's also interesting, I do want to note too, that Snoop is really smart for going into a investment, private investment company, because that's that's laying the infrastructure down to be able to pool his money with other investors and be able to make a lot of impact and have a lot of tentacles in and throughout the cannabis industry. Now, when it comes to the political side of things, when it comes to legalization or reform, like I said, Snoop Dogg has leveraged his status and platform to make a number of super smart business moves, but on the political front, Snoop convinced right-wing billionaire Charles Koch, one of the Koch brothers, to back a coalition for federal marijuana legalization. To my cannabis entrepreneurs or even music artists, remember to leverage your platform and understand the importance and power that social capital can have in business endeavors and social change, and political as well. Snoop Dogg has made a considerable amount of money from his music, but the potential future earnings that could come from his investments in the cannabis industry could be worth billions. Now, I want to talk about Snoop Dogg's non-cannabis related investments and how some of them actually help bolster up his cannabis related investments. According to his IMDb page, Snoop Dogg has no shortage of film and television credits to his name. Some of his more successful roles include The Wash and Mac and Devin Go to High School. Most recently, he starred in BMF, The Black Mafia Family rendition or history that has been produced by Stars and 50 Cent. And he's also rumored to be filming for season 3 of the hit Star Wars series, The Mandalorian. Snoop Dogg is someone that has been really smart about his appearances in media, whether it's shows, movies, or guest appearances at live events. I mean, for example, at the Triller event, the boxing event between Roy Jones Jr. and Mike Tyson, and I believe Jake Paul and Nate Robinson, right? He was one of the announcers, and he's literally smoking during the whole show. Weed Maps actually sponsored that. Now, I think also it's interesting too, Snoop Dogg, I can't remember where the interview is, but he talks about, he gets asked like questions like, yo, like, can you smoke everywhere? Do you just get that pass? Are you Snoop Dogg? And it's kind of true. Like, Snoop Dogg can smoke pretty much wherever he goes now because he's so connected to cannabis. People kind of just already assume that.
I got to tell you something. I love when you come on my show and you bring some of the good herb with you. And I want to play a game with you because you're so upfront about your smoking. And I want to play a game with you called Have You Gotten High There? Okay, I'm going to run through various locations, and I want to know if you have gotten high in them, okay? All right. Snoop,
I like that.
Have you gotten high? Yeah, I do too. Have you gotten high on a yacht?
I have got high there.
Yes. I know the answer to this one because you talked about it on Watch What Happens Live. Have you gotten high at the White House?
And you do know that. Yes, yes, yes.
Yes. Okay. Have you gotten high at Martha Stewart's house?
What is happening?
Just let me handle it.
Answer would be Y-E-S. Yes, yes,
yes. Did you get Martha high? Did you get Martha high? This is the new CNN.
I would have to say, if secondhand smoke counts, yes, yes, yes.
Okay, Snoop, have you gotten high at a bar mitzvah?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you what that answer's gonna be. Yes, yes, yes.
I knew it, because you were performing. Some rich guy paid you to perform at his kid's bar mitzvah.
Yes.
And you were like, I am going to get so
And he told me to do whatever you want to do.
Where am I?
Right, okay.
Where am I?
Okay. Have you gotten high at an NFL football game?
Yes, yes, yes. And I almost got thrown out.
Yes, you did. Okay. Have you gotten high at an award show?
Huh? How many?
Yes, you're doing that in the mic, and it's.
I'm sorry.
Yes, you have. Okay. Have you gotten high at the Oscars, Snoop? Yeah, at the Oscars?
I've never been to the Oscars, but when I do go, you better know that I will.
Now, he has utilized his media to craft this image that partially involves the advocacy and normalization of cannabis. If we look at Mac and Devin Go to High School, we can see the power that cannabis media in the mainstream can have. While Snoop Dogg and Wiz Khalifa were already extremely connected to cannabis, this appearance in a mainstream feature film only solidified both of the rappers as cannabis icons, even more so. Snoop Dogg is 50 years old now, but it doesn't look like he'll be stopping anytime soon in appearing in different forms of media. As I mentioned earlier, Snoop Dogg has been really smart with investing, and not just in cannabis. In 2014, Snoop Dogg made headlines when he invested in a little website called Reddit. Snoop, along with Jared Leto and Peter Thiel, injected more than $50 million into the site. As of August 2021, Reddit is worth more than $10 billion. So it's safe to say that Snoop's investment in the quote-unquote front page of the internet was a wise one. Snoop has the ability to invest in companies with people like Peter Thiel. And for those who don't know who Peter Thiel is, well, he's pretty much been an early investor in everything tech related. I'm talking being an early investor in SpaceX, Facebook, Palantir, Lyft, Yelp, Airbnb, LinkedIn, Spotify, and he founded PayPal. And I could go on and on, but this video is not about Peter Thiel. But you gotta give credit to Snoop for investing with Peter Thiel. I also think this showcases the power that a musician has with building up their platform, like I mentioned many times earlier, and I'll continue to mention throughout this video. Network and cultural relevance can go a long way, and that's what Snoop has done by building his platform. Remember, to all my musicians out there, the real money isn't in the money you make in your music, it's from the platform that allows you to get opportunities to invest into companies like Snoop did with Reddit. His kids will most likely still be eating from that one investment. Snoop has also signed so many different endorsement deals and brand deals with wine companies, nutrition companies, and many other products in many other industries. Snoop has many different smoking accessory brands like blunts, papers, and more. And Snoop also did a limited edition collab with Burner and the Cookies cannabis brand named The Doggy Bag. By the way, if you haven't checked out the first ever high design documentary I ever did, which was on Burner and the Cookies cannabis empire, I highly recommend you check it out. Go to the high design playlist. Anyways, rappers, musicians, and even content creators need to understand that you are a brand in yourself. And if you build that brand up enough, you can leverage that into deals like Snoop has done. In this high design music series, I always want to stress to musicians to try and retain ownership of their music. But more importantly, leverage the platform into building real wealth. I hate to see insanely talented musicians or artists end up broke after their career. The mainstream record labels have been designed in many ways to screw over musicians, but the counter to their predatory system has been the creation of the internet. The internet has allowed for musicians to build their platforms and actually be able to go independent and make millions of dollars. The same goes to content creators like myself, except while cannabis content makes me pretty much no money, I know it will pay off in the future. Hopefully. Anyways, we are in the golden era of independent media, and independent artists. Just remember, never give up and always continue to educate yourself. Shout out to Big Snoop Lion, aka Snoop Dogg. He truly has laid the foundations for a potentially multi-billion-dollar cannabis empire. Thank you for watching this episode of the High Design Music Series, where we analyze and tell the stories of musicians and their business moves in and throughout the cannabis industry. Please make sure to hit the like button, drop a comment, subscribe if you are not subscribed. Share this because, well, all of my content gets suppressed like crazy. And follow me on all the socials. Links will be down below in the descriptions. And yeah, thanks for watching. This is LMC, signing out.